My beloved child, from the beginning of this season, something has been stirring around you, something you have felt but couldn't fully understand, something God has been whispering through signs, moments, uneasy feelings, and sudden clarity. You have asked yourself many times why your heart suddenly feels alert, why your spirit feels watchful, and why your intuition has been louder than your mind. It is not random. It is not imagination. It is not overthinking. You have been sensing a truth that God has been preparing to reveal, a truth connected to someone whose feelings have been hidden, complicated, or confusing. God is stepping into this situation now, not because you asked for drama. Not because you are weak, not because you are broken, but because He knows what's behind the silence, behind the sweetness, behind the mixed signals, behind the hesitation, and behind every emotion that person has been unwilling or unable to express. There is something this person has been feeling but resisting, something they have not had the courage to say, something they thought they could keep to themselves while still staying close to you. They have been torn between fear and desire, between vulnerability and pride, between honesty and self-protection, between stepping forward and running away. And even though they tried to hide it, God saw everything, every emotion they tried to bury, every thought they tried to silence, every moment their heart moved toward you even when their actions didn't match their feelings. They have been trying to manage their emotions like a secret they were not ready to admit, but the weight of that secrecy has become heavier, and the distance between what they feel and what they show has grown almost unbearable for them. God is intervening because He knows you. He knows your heart. He knows your sensitivity, your loyalty, your sincerity, and your willingness to love truthfully. You are not someone who plays with emotions, and He refuses to let your heart be misled, confused, or kept in uncertainty. He is about to bring clarity, not to hurt you, not to embarrass anyone, but to realign everything that has been out of balance. The truth about this person's feelings is rising to the surface like something that can no longer stay underwater. Their emotions have become too strong to hide, too heavy to suppress, too loud to ignore. They have reached a point where silence will break them more than honesty will, and God is now stirring their spirit, their conscience, and their heart. This person has been battling themselves. One part of them wants to protect you from the chaos inside them, and another part desperately wishes you could read their heart without them having to speak a word. They have been looking at you with feelings they never verbalized, imagining moments they never expressed, praying prayers they never admitted out loud. Sometimes they convinced themselves that stepping back was the right thing, the safer thing, the easier thing, but every time they tried to detach, something pulled them back. Something reminded them of you. Something connected them to you in a way that didn't break even when distance appeared. And this something was not just memory, not just attachment, not just attraction. God Himself was keeping the thread unbroken, but God is not keeping the connection so that you remain confused. He is keeping it because there is a truth that must come to light, a truth that will either confirm someone's place in your life or reveal that someone was never aligned with your purpose. God is preparing the truth for your protection. He is not revealing this person's feelings to play with your hopes, He is revealing them to make your path straight. He is not exposing feelings to create chaos, He is exposing them to bring peace. He is not stirring hearts to create emotional turmoil, He is stirring them so that what is real can stop hiding behind what is convenient. This person has been thinking about you more than you know. They replay conversations, they overanalyze moments, they question their own reactions, they look back at the things they wish they said differently. Sometimes they wonder if you understood what they meant even when they remained silent. Sometimes they fear they may have lost you by trying too hard to seem unaffected. And yet, God keeps bringing your name into their heart. God keeps making them remember you in moments they didn't expect. God keeps allowing their emotions to break past the barriers they built. God is intervening because their hesitation has lasted too long. Their silence has caused too much confusion. Their mixed behavior has affected you more deeply than they realized. And now, God is stepping in to bring a shift. There is a divine pressure being placed on their heart, a pressure that is pushing them toward truth, toward confession, toward clarity. God is softening their spirit, opening their eyes, and confronting their fears. He is removing the excuses they used to justify their silence. He is breaking the walls they used to protect themselves from vulnerability. He is reminding them that being emotionally guarded is not the same as being spiritually wise. This person's heart has reached its turning point. They cannot continue pretending. They cannot continue hiding. They cannot continue acting like their feelings are a small thing, because God is showing them that what they feel is not accidental, it is purposeful. And if it is purposeful, it cannot be ignored. God is also working in you. He has been strengthening you, grounding you, and preparing you for truth. He has been removing the emotional fog, healing your past wounds, and sharpening your discernment. He has been giving you the ability to see beyond appearances, to sense the spiritual weight of situations, and to recognize when He Himself is interfering with a connection. Your heart is more open than ever, but also more protected than ever. Your spirit is more intuitive than ever, but also more stable than ever. You are no longer easily swayed by words alone. You need truth, clarity, alignment, and consistency. And God is about to give you exactly that. The truth coming your way will not be vague. It will not be subtle. It will not be halfway. It will come with conviction, with sincerity, with transparency. This person will realize that honesty is no longer optional, it is required. They may struggle to find the right words at first because their feelings are layered, complex, and deeply rooted. They may hesitate because they are afraid of losing you, afraid of disappointing you, afraid of being read wrongly. But God is placing courage in them, a courage they did not have before, a courage that is rising because His hand is now on this situation. There will be a moment soon, a message, a conversation, a confession, a sudden expression, where everything becomes clear. Their feelings, their fears, their intentions, their truth will pour out in a way that finally connects the dots for you. God will not allow confusion to remain. He will not allow emotional limbo. He will not allow someone to stay close to you while hiding what matters most. What has been buried is rising. What has been silent is speaking. What has been hidden is revealing, and when the truth comes out, you will feel a kind of peace that has been missing. You will understand why the season felt heavy. You will understand why God kept tugging at your spirit. You will understand why your intuition kept alerting you. You will see how God protected you from deception, from heartbreak, from false intentions, from emotional traps. You will see how He orchestrated every delay, every distance, every moment of hesitation to prepare the perfect moment of truth. This person's feelings are not small. They are not casual. They are not temporary. Their emotions have depth, intensity, sincerity, but they have been afraid of their own depth. Afraid of what it means. Afraid of surrendering control. Afraid of letting someone close enough to see their insecurities. But God is now breaking the fear that held them back. He is pulling them into honesty, into vulnerability, into confession. You have been praying for clarity, maybe silently, maybe loudly, maybe secretly in your heart. God heard you. He heard the questions you never said aloud. He heard the ache behind your silence. He heard the hope you didn't want to admit. And He decided to intervene because this is the moment where truth becomes necessary for your emotional, spiritual, and relational alignment. You are not stepping into confusion, you are stepping into revelation. You are not entering uncertainty, you are entering clarity. You are not walking into heartbreak, you are walking into truth. Everything that has been unclear is about to align. Everything that has been hidden is about to become visible. Everything that has been delayed is about to unfold. Prepare your heart. Prepare your spirit. Prepare your mind. God is not revealing the truth to break you, He is revealing it to position you. He is revealing it to free you from doubt. He is revealing it so you can make decisions from clarity, not confusion. He is revealing it because this is the moment your heart deserves answers, alignment, truth, and peace. What is unfolding now around you is not random. It is part of a spiritual alignment God has been orchestrating quietly behind the scenes. There are certain truths that God waits to reveal until the right moment, because premature revelation can create confusion, fear, or misinterpretation. But now the atmosphere around this connection is changing. You can feel it. It feels like a shift in the air, a soft pressure in your spirit, an unexplainable awareness that something is moving, something is rising, something is about to unfold. That feeling is not imagination, it is God's preparation, this person has been wrestling with emotions they thought they could control. They tried to tell themselves that what they feel is temporary, that it's just admiration, that it will fade with time. But instead of fading, it grew deeper. Instead of disappearing, it intensified. Instead of going silent, it became louder internally. There were moments when they felt your absence unexpectedly strongly, moments when they tried to focus on other things but your memory kept interrupting them, moments when they thought they had successfully detached only to realize their heart was still connected. God allowed those moments not to torment them, but to awaken truth inside them. They have been carrying emotions they cannot explain logically. You have impacted them in ways they didn't anticipate. They have been touched by your presence, calmed by your energy, inspired by your spirit, moved by your sincerity, and challenged by the purity of your heart. You entered their life not as a coincidence but as a divine appointment, something their soul recognized even when their mind tried to deny it. And now God is confronting the contradictions within them. He is confronting their fear, their pride, their hesitation, their internal conflicts. He is nudging their heart, exposing their suppressed emotions, and bringing what has been buried for too long into the light of truth. There is a reason you felt connected to this person even when nothing was said openly. Spiritual connections don't always begin with words, they begin with recognition. And God has been giving you the ability to sense what their heart hides. You have noticed their small hints, their indirect gestures, the way their tone changes when they speak to you, the sudden softness they show, the way their eyes linger a little longer than usual. These are signs you did not imagine, these are signs they could not hide no matter how hard they tried. And now, God is amplifying those signs because the season of silence is closing. This person has been afraid that their feelings would complicate things. They didn't want to disrupt your peace, disrupt your path, or disrupt the stability you've built. They feared that expressing their emotions might overwhelm you, disappoint you, or place pressure on you. They feared vulnerability because they have experienced loss, rejection, betrayal, or heartbreak before, and somewhere deep within them, they believed that hiding their feelings would keep them safe. But God is now challenging that belief. God is pushing them beyond their fear, because fear cannot guide destiny. Fear cannot dictate emotion. Fear cannot rewrite what God has written. There is something God wants you to understand. You were never meant to remain in emotional uncertainty. You were not created to live in confusion or to settle for half-truths. You are a person of depth, someone whose heart deserves full honesty, someone whose spirit thrives in clarity. God is not allowing this person to remain silent because He knows your worth. He knows your capacity for love. He knows your loyalty and your intentions. And He refuses to let you be treated like an afterthought or an option, so He is stepping in. He is stirring the truth. He is awakening this person's conscience. He is placing conviction in their heart. He is making them uncomfortable with silence. He is making their emotions too heavy to ignore. He is making their feelings too intense to continue hiding. And this internal shaking is not something they can escape, because it is divinely orchestrated. There will come a moment soon, a moment you may not expect, when their courage will overtake their fear. It may start with a simple message that carries more meaning than it appears. It may begin with a soft confession that gradually pours into deeper truth. It may come through a vulnerable moment when their emotions break past their defenses. But when it comes, it will be sincere. It will be honest. It will be raw. It will be something they can no longer control or suppress, because God will be behind the timing and the words, and when they finally speak, you will sense the truth in their tone, in their energy, in the spiritual weight of their honesty. They will reveal how long they have been carrying these emotions. They will reveal the moments they wished to speak but didn't. They will reveal the internal battles they fought, the fears they faced, the confusion they felt. They will reveal the emotions they hid behind casual conversations, behind controlled expressions, behind guarded behavior. And their truth will make sense of everything that felt unexplainable, but God wants you to be emotionally prepared, not anxious, not overly expectant, not pressured. Just open and grounded. Because truth often comes with layers. Their confession may come with apologies, with explanations, with vulnerability. It may come with uncertainty about the future but certainty about how they feel. God is not revealing their heart to place responsibility on you. He is revealing it to free you from confusion and to place both of you on equal ground. You have been faithful with your heart. You have been patient with your feelings. You have been mature in your silence. You did not chase clarity aggressively, you did not demand answers forcefully, you did not pressure the situation. You waited with grace. And God honors that. Your patience is being rewarded with truth. Your restraint is being rewarded with revelation. Your discernment is being rewarded with peace, but understand this. Revelation does not always mean relationship, it means clarity. And once truth comes, God will guide your next steps. He will give you peace if this person is aligned. He will give you release if they are not. But either way, the truth will set your heart free. This is not just about their feelings. It is about your growth, your destiny, your emotional alignment. God is closing the chapter of uncertainty. He is breaking the fog around your spirit. He is lifting the weight of not knowing. He is making space for emotional integrity, spiritual clarity, and relational truth. The truth is rising. Their emotions are surfacing. And God's intervention is bringing everything to a point of revelation. As the final layer of this revelation unfolds, God wants you to understand something deeply. Nothing about this journey has been wasted. Every moment of uncertainty, every quiet question, every feeling you could not express, every shift in your spirit, every intuition that whispered truth beneath the surface, none of it was meaningless. You were being guided, protected, and prepared. God never left you wandering without direction. He was forming you through each stage of silence, building your discernment, strengthening your inner voice, shaping your emotional intelligence, and positioning you so that when the truth arrives, you will receive it with clarity instead of confusion, with strength instead of fear, with wisdom instead of impulsiveness. This person has reached the point where hiding their feelings has become impossible. They can feel the emotional walls they built starting to crack under the weight of truth. They can sense that their silence is no longer protecting them, it is exposing them. God is placing a sense of urgency in their heart, not the kind that creates panic, but the kind that aligns them with divine timing. The moment to speak is approaching, and the moment to reveal is near. They are finding themselves thinking about what they want to say, imagining how the conversation will unfold, wondering how you will react, praying for courage they never had before. This shift is happening because God is pushing their heart toward honesty. They may not reveal everything perfectly. They may stumble through their emotions, search for words, pause to gather themselves, or struggle to express feelings they have kept locked away for so long. But what they share will be real. What they say will come from a place of sincerity, not pressure. And as they open up, you will feel the presence of God in the moment, not in dramatic signs, but in peace. Peace that settles your heart. Peace that removes the tension. Peace that confirms what your spirit felt long before your mind understood it. This truth is not coming to overwhelm you. It is coming to release you from the weight of guessing. You will no longer have to interpret mixed signals. You will no longer have to wonder if the emotions you sensed were real or imagined. You will no longer have to question your intuition. God is giving you confirmation, not through guessing, not through signs alone, but through words spoken directly and honestly. Their confession may also reveal the reasons behind their silence. They may share fears, past wounds, insecurities, or uncertainties that held them back. They may admit that they didn't feel ready, or they didn't know how to approach you, or they were afraid of losing what little connection they had with you by being honest too soon. They may reveal that circumstances around them were chaotic, that they were emotionally unsteady, or that they needed time to understand themselves. And even if their truth is complicated, their sincerity will be unmistakable. God wants you to receive this truth with both compassion and clarity. Compassion because everyone has fears, everyone has scars, everyone has moments of hesitation. But clarity because your heart deserves consistency, honesty, and emotional safety. You are not meant to carry someone else's confusion. If they are ready to speak, they must speak with intention. If they are ready to open up, they must open up with maturity. God is not revealing their heart so you can carry their burden, He is revealing it so you can understand the path He wants you to walk next. And once the truth is out, everything in your spirit will settle. You will feel the release of emotional tension you didn't even realize you were holding. You will feel the comfort of knowing that God truly heard your unspoken prayers. You will feel the clarity of seeing the full picture after navigating in partial darkness. You will feel peace because God's timing is never late, never rushed, always purposeful. This truth coming to you is a turning point, not just emotionally but spiritually. It marks the end of confusion and the beginning of alignment. It marks the closing of unanswered questions and the opening of understanding. It marks the end of silent feelings and the beginning of honest connection, whether that connection grows into something deeper or transforms into clarity that sets you free. God is reminding you that your heart is valuable. Your soul is precious. Your emotions are not toys to be played with. You love with depth, with sincerity, with loyalty, and authenticity. That is why God is stepping in, not to expose someone for their flaws, but to honor your heart by bringing truth into the light. You are not meant to live in the shadows of someone else's emotions. You are meant to walk in truth, clarity, and peace, and when the moment of revelation comes, you will know it is God's timing. It will feel natural, divinely orchestrated, guided, not forced. It will come with gentleness, even if the emotions are intense. It will come with sincerity, even if the words are imperfect. It will come with a sense of rightness, even if the situation is still unfolding. And you will know that this is the moment everything within you has been sensing all along. The truth about his feelings is not just coming, it is ready. God has already prepared the conversation. God has already prepared the heart. God has already prepared the alignment. And now, God is preparing you to receive it with grace, wisdom, and strength. This is the end of confusion. This is the end of silence. This is the end of emotional uncertainty. You are stepping into a season where truth becomes the foundation, where clarity becomes your shield, where peace becomes your companion, and where God's guidance becomes unmistakable.